swear to God, if I hadn't had 2 showers and 1 hot tub soak in the last 12 hours, I'd be under that thing in a heartbeat. Okay, about 15 seconds after I filmed that clip, the reckless abandon in me reasoned that I have never in my life stood under a waterfall and probably would never get the opportunity to do it again. So, 20 seconds later, I had ripped off all my clothes with the exception of my shorts and scampered up to that waterfall, and for a full 2 minutes did my very best Terry Crews Old Spice commercial impersonation. It was fabulous. I enjoyed it for a full 2 minutes. Suddenly I noticed about 7 or 8 hikers had gathered at the bottom of the falls and were watching me with envy in their eyes. 2 of them started scampering up to do the same thing. As I was going down, I went around one of them, stepped on a slab rock that was covered in waterfall type water, and it quickly swept my feet out from under me, washed me about 15 feet down the falls, and I crashed into a log jam. I heard screams of horror, and I saw horror in the looks of the faces of a couple of the other hikers. They were trying to determine if either A, he is dead, or B, he will die from his injuries surely before rescue arrives. They fished me out of the water, and like a well-oiled trauma unit, they dried me off, blotted up the blood, patched me up. I wasn't hurt bad. I was literally sitting in there laughing hysterically. In fact, I heard one of them say, I think he's in shock. But ultimately, I was not hurt bad. I had a torn up right hand, a torn up left forearm, but nothing major. It was mostly just take some skin off and let it bleed for a while, and I was fine. And you know, kudos to the group that patched me up. They did a wonderful job, but it was absolutely worth every second of it.
Oh, well then yes, please.
Yeah, I guess I could change and sit by the whole day.
Trail angels.
Oh, he's just downing it.
Seriously? Okay. 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 I'm gonna put the camera away.
The ATC announced today that they're recognizing 2,000 milers,
Yeah.
and you can pick up your hang tag at the ATC headquarters.
And that's at the one in
Harper's Ferry.
yeah, Harper's Ferry. Good.
So that's been announced today. Now all they need to do is replace the CEO, and we'll have it good. But I didn't say that. The whole community did.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Now that's how you cook an apple cobbler.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, a little bit of ash.
But you know what? That's all right. We'll spoon that out there.
Yep.
Oh, yum.
That's the cherry cobbler.
What about the other one?
Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Okay, now tell me your trail name again.
My trail name is Shoes. My name is Scott Fusilier.
And
Yeah, I hike 100% barefoot.
that is awesome. That is incredible, and I commend you, man. The closest I ever came was going to the beach.
Oh, thank you.
Lake Watauga Dam. And I guess that's what I'm standing on here, is the dam. To hold that water in and keep it from flooding that valley down way over there. First Baptist of Seaverville provided free laundry services, free showers, and free haircuts to anyone who wanted them, along with a little extra trail magic there in case you were hungry.
Okay. Hands on the mouth. Okay. And so I'm watching the feet and getting close to being finished. He said, can I wash your feet? Looking around. This is kind of crazy. There you go.
I met a handful of celebrities. This is Warren Doyle, who's hiked the AT 18 times. This is Steve Adams, who is the co-host of the Hiking Radio Network. This is Sarah Jones. When she hiked the AT, she photographed every single privy, every single shelter, and every single AT symbol she could find. She then had puzzles made of all three of them. I have 2 of those puzzles and completed them during the year of COVID when I should have been hiking. She's a wonderful person. She's written a book and she's doing a great job. This is Miss Janet, who's a famous trail angel up and down the Tennessee area. This is Doughboy, who was one of the most talked about and popular hikers this year, wearing a replica of his grandfather's World War II uniform. This, of course, is Odie Norman, who is editor of the Hiker Yearbook that gets published every year. Okay, I want to give you a quick recap of Damascus. Damascus, a little bitty town that supports a 3-day festival every year. This year was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it was March 14th, 15th, 16th maybe. I arrived at noon on Friday, so I was there Friday night, Saturday night. I left early Sunday morning and skipped the last day of festivities. They have all of the vendors. There's a vendor row. So all of the vendors that support the hiking community, backpacks, tents, cooking supplies, clothing, footwear, socks, things like that, were all set up in one row. Then there were food trucks in another row, live music, and then the churches. Oh my gosh, the churches were phenomenal. They come along. One church provided a giant trailer, did everybody's laundry for free. They also had a shower trailer. So that one church handled 3 things actually: showers, laundry, and haircuts, should you decide to get one. The another church did foot massages. I took advantage of that. Another church did medical reviews. They would examine you, look at your injuries, tell you how to deal with them, show you how to apply KT tape, Leuko tape, what exercises to do to relax the muscles in the areas that you're having trouble, things like that. It was incredible. It was a regional effort. I don't think there are 5 churches. There might be 5 churches in Damascus, and none of them are big enough to hold more than a couple hundred people. So churches from all over the area came together to support this effort. They had information booths, free food. They were handing out ham and cheese sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly, fruit, which is a real commodity, bananas, tangerines, oranges, apples. You could spend the whole weekend there and not pay a dime. You really could. I paid $10 for my tent site for 2 nights. That's $5 a night. And then there was the entertainment value, which are the hikers themselves. You had 2 separate areas. They were kind of connected, but one was the tent city for people in a big open field. Those are the people who kind of want to sleep at night. And then there was the woods. The woods. The woods was like a cult. And they had a drum circle with a giant bonfire and people dancing around it all night long. And I mean till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That drum circle never stopped drumming. You could hear it from the park where I was. But they just went on and did their thing. It was absolutely incredible. So Damascus Trail Days, we didn't have the parade they typically have where all the hikers get dressed up and march down Main Street, but and get washed off by the locals with hoses and water guns. But they still put on a great festival for the hikers. It was great to watch. I'm in a cow field right now. Cows don't care. Honey badger don't give a shit. I'm also entering the Grayson Highlands. In about 8 or 9 miles, I'll be at Thomas Knob Shelter. And that's where you're most likely to see the wild ponies. Wild ponies. You're not allowed to pet them, you're not allowed to feed them, but they will walk right up to you and lick your arms and legs because of the salt factor. And it's okay, that's cool. You can let the pony lick you, but you can't touch the pony. Any rate, it was a good 3 days in Damascus. I left Damascus early Sunday morning. I hiked 17 miles, stayed at Lone Mountain Shelter last night. Today I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. It's either 12 miles or 24 miles. Would like to go 24. We'll see. Oddly, yesterday I developed blisters on my knuckles on both hands, and as a result of my trekking poles. So today, for the last 2.5 miles, I have not used my trekking poles at all. Sorry, I'm having to go through this gate maze that the cows can't navigate. There we are. And that's it for now. I'll come back when I got ponies.